Hello and welcome back to the Fourth Estate Militia Actual Play. Now that we've made it into the Granite Top Bar, we get to talk to RedHot, Horatio's childhood friend and full patch member of the Crimson Crush. In exchange for some information about the attack on the gang's meeting in Sophocles, the team is granted safe haven in the form of RedHot's personal crash pad. Every team needs a fortress in the Barrens. There is a fair amount of bookkeeping and side chatter during the last third of the episode. I've always enjoyed hearing what happens behind the scenes, and I hope every one of you do too. So without further delay, it's time to begin episode 3. We called it the Treehouse.
What was the last thing that you guys had said?
Yeah, we were kind of explaining where we had just come from, and we were all at the same
Oh,
job.
right.
Not a rage part 2.
But
Oh.
the dwarf and the human are okay. They're cool. They're helping us out.
Yeah, well, whatever, man. I don't care as long as they're an extra gun right now. Horatio, Red's inside. You may want to go talk to him. I don't know, man. I'm just freaking out right now.
Don't worry about it. If we stick together, we'll be fine. We'll come out of this just fine. We're like all soy nutrient cubes in the same bag.
You and your sayings, man. You and your sayings.
We'll go into the back and start looking for Red. If we go past the tap room, we'll pull a little bit of Redmond Rush, which is that really watery beer that they mainly sell to tourists.
If you ask for it, they'll each get you guys a couple of drinks. Horatio, Red's off in a corner with a couple of other Crimson Crushers. There only seems to be 3 or 4 in here still.
Mm-hmm.
The previous orc they had under his arm, which you saw earlier this evening, well, earlier today, she's long gone, and they all just seem to be huddled over each other, trying to figure out what they should be doing.
Well, we don't want to burst in on their conversation because we're not a full patched member. So, he'll give the nod to Red, kind of wait off to the side until he's ready to talk to him.
As soon as you catch eyes, he actually waves you over.
Hey, chummers. Good to see you all.
And man, so what's going on with that?
Well, I got some bad news. Sully totally ate a bullet, and that whole meeting, some people barged in and stormed the place. There were attack VTOLs and tanks, and man, it was like that war trade.
Wait, you saying that there's the military out there?
Yeah, it was like killing Private Ryan. When they have to send all the military guys to go kill that spy who had betrayed everyone. There's explosions everywhere. Buildings were blowing up. They had gas and the VTOLs with the searchlights.
Let me breathe. Hold on.
There was an explosion that took the building down right on top of our heads.
Yeah, they cut my jacket. They're gonna pay for that.
Okay. So did you get a look at who's doing this, or what?
Well, they had these sort of red and pink jackets, and they all used Ares guns. Show them the guns. We brought some guns for you.
I'll open the bag that's crudely wrapped in a wire mesh and pull out the assorted bits of stuff that they left behind.
Come to think of it, they leave any bodies behind?
No, they took those with them.
So, Mr. GM, Kennel is going to take his comlink out and, under the guise of trying to get it to work, he's going to type a little message out on the screen, old school SMS style. And then he's going to look at Improv and say, yo, you know tech stuff. Can you get this to work? It's not working right now.
Well, I mean, I can see if it's bricked, but if it's just matrix, there is no matrix. But I'll take a look.
He'll hand
roll
it over,
some hardware.
And on the screen it has typed on there, smart stuff. Should I give them the recording?
Recording?
And he'll tap his forehead.
Oh, do you have cyber eyes?
He just kind of shrugs.
Sorry, out of character. I don't know what you're referring to. I'm sorry.
Simrig. I got a Simrig.
Oh.
I record everything.
Okay. I guess if you want to. Hold on, let me check your thing.
It's literally just matrix connection.
Yeah. No, this thing's fine. It's just there's no matrix, so it can't do much.
Right,
you can give him the thing if you want. It might help us not get shot and have a place to stay.
All right. Then Kennel will turn to the head of the Crimson Crush, whoever seems to be in charge.
That would be Red.
All right, look here, homie. This is what I'm gonna do. If you can give us someplace safe to stay for the night, just until we can figure out what's going on. Look, I got a recording of everything that happened. All right.
Yeah, they're pretty good in a fight too. I saw them in the scrap. That one shot a bunch of people, kind of Monon's of Juliet. And this one, he kicked a grenade out of the air and into a bunch of them pork rinds. Oh, and he threw his dog really far. That was pretty whiz too.
Hey. Hoda's a good boy. I wasn't about to have him get hurt in that building, so I didn't throw him to be mean. I was getting him someplace safe.
You said you said you had a recording.
Yeah, let me download. Give me 1 second. And basically, he'll take out the universal data cable from his data jack and plug it into his phone, and he will download the footage from the sim rig, and from which he will transfer onto a data chip, and he will hand it over. Now this means we got a deal, right? You keep us safe for the night. You give us someplace safe to stay. I hand you the recording of everything, all right?
Yeah. We got a place I would go. It's not far. Horatio, come here.
Aye.
He writes out on a napkin or something, just basic directions, and you would know exactly where to go. This would actually be like a place that you two grew up together, right? I just want to make sure.
Yeah, that's right.
This would have been a place that you and him you used to go like as kids to hide out.
All right, I know that place. We called it the Treehouse, but it was actually like a giant smokestack in a factory that burnt out.
That's perfect. I love it. He nods at you. He goes, all right, yeah, Hori will get you where you need to go. We'll go over this. There's no really good way to contact you right now, is there?
Do you have microtransceivers? I have one. Is it more than a kilometer away?
No.
Okay, well, if you have a microtransceiver, those work for about a kilometer without matrix.
I got an old radio. That should work, right?
Yeah, probably. I can probably make it work. I just need to check some frequency stuff. Don't worry, I can do it.
And he kind of waves you off, and some guy, the person who's up at the bar, comes and grabs you, leads you around like to a back room with like an old CB radio. Oh yeah, very easily. It'd work just fine. It's not going to be encrypted or anything, but
yeah, any communication's better than nothing.
Yeah, it'll work.
Well, we can totally speak in Orzet if we don't want people to listen.
Oh, I don't speak that, but if you guys can speak it, that's good.
Oh, you should learn. It's a beautiful language.
I can't. Well, but I'll try.
Yeah, I know. You ain't got no tusks, but you can just put your fingers in your bottom lip like this, and he'll kind of mimic putting his fingers where tusks would go, and just pull your lip out a little bit. It's easy to form the sounds that way.
Ah.
There's some real good poetry in it.
Just on a whim, I decided to look up orc metal on YouTube. There's a surprising large amount.
Of orc metal?
Yes.
Oh god. I can't look. I'll stay up all night watching it. I can't.
Yeah, he just nods at you guys. Going out. We got some people who will watch out there. If anything starts coming, they'll let you know.
Thanks, Chummer. We appreciate it. You need anything, you'd let me know. I'm good for it. Then I'll give him the secret handshake.
I know, Hori. I know. Just keep yourself safe. I have no idea what's going on.
Well, if anyone can figure it out, it's the Crush.
So at this, like, you guys can stay around for a little while, or wait until improv's done jury rigging the CB radio, and then head out if you want to.
Ken will happily sit for the next hour or so, just putting down a few beers, checking Hodor over, make sure his paws are okay, nothing happened to him. If they offer food and drink, he will put that troll-sized appetite to work, and he will continue to help himself.
Food's in short supply here, but as far as like watered down booze, it's plentiful.
It's close enough. It's like soup. It's just cold-ish.
They might have Hurl, which is the consistency of soup.
Yeah, but kind of got to keep my head on my shoulders right now rather than my head in front of a toilet.
Oh, well, that's why I never go without these. And then he pats the armor underneath his jacket, which is bike racing armor that has a built-in survival kit.
All right, so you guys head to the little safe house, or what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got nowhere else to hang out.
We'll probably switch to my car and leave the other car with these guys.
Mr. Jim, where is when I had ridden my motorcycle out to meet with the Iron Mutts? I don't remember the actual location. How far are we from that? Because I would like to get my motorcycle back if possible.
From where you're at, because I'm assuming this is pretty far into the bargain basement. I would say like 5 kilometers, give or take, if not more.
Hey, yo, Horatio, you mind if we take a little detour? I want to pick up my wheels too.
No, not at all, Tremor.
Well, that would also put you going back into potentially the line of fire.
Oh, screw that.
But since I don't want to, yes, since I don't want to like screw you guys, no, I'm just gonna say like you could have sent this back home. Like you could have sent your bike back home to where you don't have to worry about it.
Okay, that's perfect.
Versus like it just being stolen.
All right, if you're okay with that, then I will have happily sent it back home.
Yeah, that's no big deal. Kendall's used for surviving. He's used to all that sort of stuff. It's understandable. It's something he would do. So whenever you arrive at the treehouse, Horatio, it looks like this is actually where RedHot's been staying, or it's a place that he's been working on. He's taken this old industrial smokestack, and he's actually begun like building levels up into it, like where he's actually been, like building platforms and stuff like where it's actually could be a somewhat comfortable home with a good bit more work.
Oh wow, this place is nice.
Oh yeah, RedHot's he's the orc.
Okay. Oh man,
Yeah,
dude, we are gonna plant so many we're gonna plant so many concentric circles of bombs around this place. It's gonna be hilarious.
Hey,
don't bring
look,
it down like the last one.
yeah, don't
No,
take
I
it the
could probably
wrong
fix
way.
it.
The last building you put some of the boom in wound up on top of my head.
Well, no. This would be focused like outwards. Don't
It's
worry.
nowhere near the walls, right? Bearing walls.
Well, so I mean, I don't know how much you know about bombs, but if you build them right, the walls actually help, but the walls don't get damaged. Just trust me, I know what I'm doing.
Nothing on the walls.
Okay. Also, I can probably hook us into the water and power grid, even if it's kind of down. I can probably make it work, steal it from somewhere.
Good.
That's the best kind of water and power.
Yeah, free is best.
But like as you get in here and begin looking around, it actually looks like RedHot has built or had somebody built or even stolen some sort of rain collectors that then go through a couple of different things to help purify them to where it's actually usable, not, acid. And most of this is like through, again, it appears to either be stolen or salvaged scaffolding that he's then built just rooms on top of.
All right.
Man, it's been a while since I've been here. This place is nice. He's really built it up. Well, listen, we should probably have watches. I'll take the first watch.
Okay.
Wait, you mean like guard duty or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, just wake me up when it's my turn. I'm gonna get some rest. And like a boss, Kenna will find the most comfortable troll-sized place to lay down and just go straight to sleep.
Yeah, as far as improving this stuff, it would take you quite a while. Power is currently non-existent, and he doesn't have anything. This is all. Again, it still needs quite a bit of work, or at least he doesn't know how to deal with electricity. It's like he just has your basic top stuff, like actually using like gravity for water pressure and everything.
Can I jury a photovoltaic cell?
With what?
Wire and tape.
You still need a power source.
The sun. Whenever it comes here for like an hour a day. Yeah, no, I'm joking. Don't
I was gonna say, so like you're the guy from Dead Souls now.
Yeah.
Praise the sun.
Look. We just take some wire and some tape and a little bit of dirt, and you build. You make a solar panel out of it. It's fine.
I don't think that's how that works.
It's jury rigor. You can make a car work that doesn't have an engine. Okay. Don't ask questions. Sorry, just kidding. Anyway.
Oh, you might be able to make like a solar cell to trap the heat in the water thing.
Potentially, that can be. Yeah, that'd probably be like my main downtime activity, in addition to reassigning ownership of shit. So we just have more gear. Because I think with a little bit of time of jury rigging and hardware and shit, you could really make this place look pretty good, and also very defensible.
Oh, it's got great sight lines.
Yeah. And what I can do is whenever you guys are out, right? If you find any long thin strands of metal, bring that back. I can use that to make wires to like wire stuff up. But if I make them, don't touch them because they're not going to be grounded, and you're probably going to electrocute yourself. Okay? They'll work. Just don't touch them. Jury rigged shit just must be fucking hilarious. It's just just like random wires with circuit boards just hanging in the air, like wrapped in duct tape. It works. Don't worry about it.
Have you ever seen pictures of the electrical wires on the phone poles in India? How it's
Yeah,
like a
yeah, yeah.
rat's nest of like 6 kilometers of wire wrapped around one pole going to like 50 different apartments.
Yeah,
That's
it's
kind
like
of how I
that.
imagine everything from Jerry Rigger ends up looking.
Yeah, it works. Don't ask questions. Don't touch it. Especially don't touch it, and it'll work for a while, and then it won't work. All right.
So whenever you finally get to go through everything of all the stuff that you found, you find 10 Ares Predator 5s.
Ooh, I'll write this down somewhere. Do we have like a base page?
Well, I mean, this doesn't necessarily have to. It's really up to you guys. Like this is just something I've kind of thrown together at this point.
Bases are cool.
This is where Juliet would probably light up. When as soon as she sees she has a chance to really go over what they have, it'd be her staying up more or less all night and reorganizing this stuff into a miniature armory.
Unfortunately, you can't use any of it right now because you're not the owner.
Doesn't mean she can't strip it and reassemble and toss out bad parts and toss the things that might be not broken at Improv's head.
You're able to salvage again, like after combining parts and stuff, kind of like what Par just said. A lot of this stuff is broken. You're having to cobble parts, figure out what still works, what doesn't from being crushed. You're able to cobble together 3 Ares Sigmas
Yeah, that's nice. I could use one in each hand.
and it's the Ares version of the FNHAR,
Okay.
and you just get one of those. If you guys either, I know you said you left the truck with them, but it's technically like it's still. I'm just gonna say it's technically yours. Like they know it. They know you drove it in there. Also, you also have a gopher, if you wish to take it.
You
Yeah,
could
why
soup
not?
it up, and then we could race it and win more stuff.
Can I assume that all the junk stuff is still very useful for me as like a lot of random parts?
Yeah, just put down gun parts or something like that.
Pile of gun parts.
Yeah, and just if you guys need to fix stuff or replace stuff, you can. With a decent enough roll, you can do it.
All right. Solid.
Remind me what geographical area this base is in?
This is more in the bargain basement towards the southern end of it, like just across the main highway. If you're looking at the Runner Hub map,
Yeah, okay, I gotcha.
that actually used to be an old industrial area, so it works kind of perfect.
And Mr. Jim, you said that when I searched Brucey, that I found a satchel of X and a bunch of deep weed. About how much would you say there was?
Deep weed, for you to make a couple of doobies, you'd be able to make probably 6 big fat ones. 8 if you really wanted to make it thin. Your call. The X tablets, you're looking at about 15 different EX tablets. And for those of you who were able to find the person that owed you money, you get 6,000 new yen.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Was I able to find? Did I find Corbin when I was going through everybody?
You get 5,000 because you already got your 1,000.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think I searched Sully, so
I would assume one of you would have at some point. just to go ahead and get it out there.
We did say that we were going through pockets and searching the area when we came out of the rubble.
Yeah.
Was there any jazz?
Oh, right. You were promised jazz.
It
Forgot
wasn't there a
about
well,
that.
but just wondering.
Make me a perception check.
Sure
If you
thing.
have the bonus for searching, take that.
No.
How much carbon
Just
did we
visual,
get?
or do you want everything else too?
Just general.
I used to always break it up so maybe. Yeesh.
You got so close to glitching.
Mhm.
You don't find the full half kilo that you were promised of jazz, but you do find 10 doses of it.
That's fine. Juliet's
Oh.
just taking that without comment.
Also, guys, I probably should have mentioned. I can make drugs too. They're not going to be like the best quality, but I can do it if there's a toilet here, which there probably is.
Nope.
Ken will actually
Juliet
pick up his
first
head
result.
while he's laying down.
There-
When he hears that.
There's an outhouse.
Okay, so I might need to buy some stuff, but if we do that, I can make drugs. I'm pretty good at it. Well, good enough. Yay! Street cooked drugs, street cooked meth. It's great.
Sure.
All right.
Well, we can test in on a bunch of bumps first. I'd rather not die, just right away.
Yeah. No, I understand.
I got to live long enough to become king of the Barrens first.
Oh, okay. Mr. GM, how much karma did we get?
Well, I was going to ask, is there anything else that you guys wanted to do before we wrap it up?
Oh. Well, one thing I would like to do real quick, just to make the test, is see the number one thing we want right now is a vehicle that we control, because that gopher wasn't ours, right? Originally.
It is now. No, it was not yours originally.
So ownership is still a problem when the Matrix comes back online, right?
That's if it was ever registered.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then can I make a hardware check to see if it is registered?
Yes, you can.
Is anything registered?
The guns, yes, but they're all under a John Smith, John A. Smith, John B. Smith, John C. Smith, that sort of deal. The gopher itself, it's been cobbled together by so many different parts and different things. It's still a gopher, but it's a Frankenstein of a gopher.
Okay.
There's no registry for this thing.
All right then. I will inform the guys that these guns. So at some point, once this first part, whatever's going on, is over, they're probably going to turn the Matrix back on, because it helps a lot if the Matrix exists. And then these guns, you're not going to be able to use them. Does anyone of you want like the rifle?
No, I got a gold AK, but those machine guns, I could use 2 of those, 1 in each hand. That'd be gangster.
Oh, okay. I can get to work on that.
Yeah, I don't really use GATs all that often. I mean, I got a shotty at home, but I'd rather work with my hands, you know.
We can sell it. That's a nice.
But that's it.
Okay. Do you want me to do some reassigning ownership, Mr. GM?
Downtime stuff.
Okay.
Just play by post stuff.
Yep.
Versus having to do it right here.
Yep. Other than that, for me, not really. I would be using my downtime to reassign all the ownership either to ourselves or to nothing, so that you can sell them or trade them for gear. And also work to improve the setup of this place with regards to the distribution of the water collectors for when power does come up at some point. That shit like that. But other than that, I'd be done, because there's no Matrix, so I can't do any Decker shit.
Well, we'll get to that here in just a minute. Horatio, you have anything?
No, I think I'm happy.
Because you already have it written down. It's 6,000 from Sully, not 2,000.
Ooh, he was packing.
Well, there were other people there that they were going to pay as well. Juliet, you got anything?
Would she be able to autopilot her car with all her worldly possessions in it, I might add, over to this spot without hitting any roadblocks or whatnot?
Do you have a satellite link?
No, unfortunately. She could probably find one, though, given enough time. Does anybody else have one by any chance?
I literally have a baseball so that I can play catch with my dog. Do you think I was smart enough to get a satellite link?
Fair enough.
We'll go ahead and say, like, you can put the command in your comm link, and whenever it finally connects, it'll enact the command.
Okay. Rest of her gear, whatever. Sounds good.
And Kennel.
Nothing that I need to actually do. I will start the, because it's a 2-week interval, training Hodor on, I think I'm going to go with the bodyguard trick. Seeing as how, I was tasing this dude and my dog just watched us like, oh, they're playing.
As automatic fires is going on, it's kind of like, huh?
Well, he does have the earbuds in, so it wasn't too loud for him. I care about his health. But yes, I will. I think it's bodyguard. I just need to review the actual tricks to make sure that's the one I want. But I'm going to start that 2-week process now.
Okay, good to know. Just put down a note on your sheet, and just keep track of it that way.
Gotcha.
All right, one last thing before we dismiss.
Mm-hmm.
Improv at some point throughout the night, you eventually do get Matrix connection.
Okay.
It's very spotty, but you have it for a limited amount of time. What exactly are you looking to do?
I want to find out what the fuck is going on, so I'm gonna do a search on that shit.
All right, how deep are you going?
T3, because I don't know how long we're gonna have. I'm gonna be edging it.
I think this is something I meant to put down in the house rules. I may do that immediately after this
Oh
one on me.
shit! I'm sorry. Was there a change in the searches? I might have messed that up. I apologize.
There was meant to be. I don't know if I put it in there or not. Probably not. Tier 1, 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's also I consider there's a tier 0. Tier 0 is basically you go to Google, type it in, it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Tier 1, you actually have to do a little bit of digging. Tier 3, you're actually having to go into websites, search through information, that sort of stuff. Tier 1, 5 to 10 minutes. Tier 3, 1 hour. Tier 6 can be up to is normally up to a full day. Each of those will be halved. Each of those can be halved by browse like normal. Yeah, like normal.
And then do hits.
And then hits divide by half.
Okay, well, I'm gonna load up browse and load up hits and pre-edge this to see how we go. Because I gotta admit, I'm liking the 7-edge pre-edge life. It's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Hey!
Jeez. Okay, so I'm like,
Hey!
so from 30 minutes to
I
like
can only keep
5
5.
minutes. You pre-edged it. No.
Oh
you
shit,
can
you're
keep all
right.
of
Rip,
them.
yep, rip, you're right. I forgot. It's even better. It's even better. All right, 9 hits with browse. I'm blasting through the data. I gotta know what's up.
So what exactly is like? Where is she going? What is she searching?
Well, I would assume that so the one thing about areas like Redmond and like areas that are basically in a state of permanent civil war, right? Or like low level just endemic conflict is there's a lot of maybe not centralized data structures, but like a lot of local repositories on the mesh net, right? Like, there's this one guy who knows pretty much everything that goes on in this 2-block radius and like posts about it. And then there's this one guy who runs like a soup kitchen and knows explicitly about like what this specific gang does, and there's certain like nodes of info that are way deeper than actually anything you could actually get from a real data store because those people are there on the ground, right?
That makes sense.
So and that's something that happens in the real world too. Like if you look like Syria or something, right? Like the centralized sources might not have a whole lot at the local level, but then you look like all the local people on Twitter and Facebook and stuff who have like that firsthand knowledge, and if you know how to assemble all of that, you can get a pretty good picture. And so that's probably what she'd be doing. She'd be looking for like Redmond-based people who she knows are the person who knows a lot about this on this street. And it's like, well, I saw an explosion there, and like if they came in, they would have come in through one. They would have had to come in through one of these roads, and that road is like, this guy knows everything about what goes on that road, and so on.
Okay, makes sense. You don't have well, what knowledge skills do you have? Because I don't have it pulled up currently.
I have Sprawl Life. I have Seattle Street Gangs, some psychology, some chemistry, some Redmond area knowledge. Probably like Redmond area knowledge or Sprawl Life.
Yeah, Sprawl Life would probably make the most sense. Jesus. Okay. Wow.
Okay. .jpg.
All right. From what you're able to gather and what you know, and based on the sort of information that you're looking for, it very much looks like the starting attempts to either destabilize what's currently going on in the Barrens. You had a knowledge skill in gangs, right?
Yeah.
Also roll that with a +3.
Ooh. Yeah.
From what you're looking at and from what you know about gangs, the gang structure in Redmond has pretty much, outside of like the small stuff, has been very stable for the most part for the last probably 10 or 15 years. The Crush have pushed a little bit, the Nukes have pushed forward a little bit, but nobody's really made massive gains. Nobody's made big differences. Looking at this, it almost seems like in the areas that they were specifically targeting, that this was a jab to just mix up the Barrens, to get things chaotic again.
Okay. All right. I'll let the others know what my theory on this is. Someone's trying to shake things up.
Now, again, it seems that way.
Yeah,
it may not necessarily be that way.
Yeah.
But looking at tier 3 and the sort of stuff that you know, that's a pretty good assumption.
Okay. Like I said, I'll think that right now. I think that's what's going on. So we just have to be careful to not look like somebody who would be worth destabilizing. But from what I'm seeing, it doesn't seem like they're just like randomly targeting just like the locals. It's more like known gang places.
Either known gang places or significant strongholds or outposts.
All right, well, let's make sure that no Crimson Crush come to our building. That might be a problem.
Wait, say that again?
Let's make sure that no Crimson Crush come to what is now our building. It used to be theirs, but it's not anymore. Hopefully their bar gets blown up and they all die, and then it's our building.
I hope you don't say that around me.
No,
Well, I mean,
not at all.
This is literally like RedHot's crash pad. If things get too hot, this is where he goes.
Well,
so take that how you will.
Well, let's hope that things get hot and he doesn't get out. Maybe when things get hot, I hack his comlink and put a giant arrow over his head. We'll see.
No, you got to protect him.
I mean, we're not going to tell you that we're doing that. Let's be honest here.
Set him up to be the next boss man for the Crimson Crush.
Unfortunately, he caught a bullet in the face. Too bad for him.
But that's where we're going to leave it off with Improv making her conspiracy board in her head already.
All right.
Can she jerry-rigger some push pins and some red yarn to connect to different pictures?
Oh boy, the board's going up, boys.
She can jury-rig green yarn.
Yeah.
Red's a little difficult.
Yeah, that's a higher threshold, I gotta admit.
Tyrion purple yarn, yo. We got this.
Well, I mean, green, you just get some of the slime that grows on everything in the Barrens and wrap it on string, and you're good.
Yeah.
And then you wake up one day and all the string is dissolved for some unknown reason. It's okay. That stuff's perfectly safe.
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay.
All right.
That's all I had prepared for this session.
Oh, sorry. Pickle, I just want to ask, how much karma did we get?
Oh, right. You may think I'm insane. You're gonna get 10 karma.
Ooh.
Oh,
Like I said, like when we got together, like when we first were talking about this, like I'm gonna be pushing pretty big rewards here, and if you guys find something, feel free to steal it if you can. And
All right,
no complaints here.
And working for the man, working for the people, feel free to use it.
All right, boys, we have another threat now we got to watch out for. All the shadow spirits are going to be drawn to us. We have so much karma. They want it. They want it so bad.
And then one thing I also want to do, just because I love knowledge skills and I don't think they get used enough and you almost get penalized for getting them, you get one free knowledge skill every time we have a session.
Oh, yes, please.
Oh, that's you're speaking to my heart right there.
Yeah, I love knowledge skills, and to me, they just had so much flavor to a character. So yeah, you get one free rank up to rank 4 in knowledge skills.
Now, is that something? Would you like to pick the knowledge skill for us, as in like this run centered around blowing up a bridge, so we all get a knowledge skill in bridges or demolitions or something like that, or do you want us to pick it based on the run?
I'll leave that up to you, but preferably try to keep it tied into something that you did on the run or something you guys were a part of, or have it be like interest based, something that your character would do on their downtime for fun, or something of that sort.
I like that. I'll grab Sonya Tactics for Juliet because she saw this entire attack go down and not being able to recognize what was going on. Oh boy.
Okay, I'm going to pick up a rank of automotive mechanics so I can actually work on the car. That might help.
And the karma can be used for working for the people, working for the man as well.
All right.
You don't have to just keep it as karma.
I'm going to pick up some armor or two so I can actually fix off, work on our guns and shit.
If you can't tell, I'm trying to go with like the least amount of bookkeeping as possible. So,
Absolutely.
I have enough.
Absolutely.
I have enough that I'm trying to keep up with now versus trying to keep up with everything I give you. This is our game as a whole. This isn't my game. This isn't Azzy's, or this is all of ours.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys have any
Sounds
input, if you have any input, if you have anything that you want to see, anything that you want to do, or whatever, let me know. because that's just more fuel for me to use and to work with.
Much appreciated.
I'm enjoying it a lot.
It's good stuff.
I think you've got a really solid crew. We have a lot of creative people here, so
We got a guy with a dog. We got a guy with a gold AK. We got a girl with a bunch of bombs. We got another girl with machine guns and a drug problem. This sounds like an excellent team.
Oh, I'm gonna have to roll for both Jazz and Deepweed. Forgot about that.
Oh no, that wasn't deep weed. That was just a regular joint. It's
Oh,
like
phew. Okay.
just a placeholder, because he doesn't smoke cigarettes. So, he's a guy in the Barrens. He's got to smoke a joint whenever he walks around. That's just the way it works.
Yeah.